Hello, this is Benedict, SMAC Analyst for Cognizant. I'm reporting live this week from Barcelona, Spain, here at Mobile World Congress 2013. And I have the privilege of being able to track down James Naftel from SAP. Now, James, my understanding is you're the Director of Product Management for Mobile Security.
Correct.
All right. We've had the opportunity to interview in the past, and you've always been very generous with your information, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin.
Downstairs, because you guys have a 2-story booth here, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if you get, is that like half the price on square foot if you just stack them?
Well, we may go for 3 stacks next year, maybe throw in an elevator.
Yeah, there you go. This is pretty cool. But let's talk about one of the booths downstairs is the SAP Mobile Documents. Talk to me about that.
Sure.
Tell me what it is and tell me why that's more secure than Dropbox.
Yep. So we have a product launch that's coming soon around mobile documents. What we love about it is, when you look at the MDM space and trying to deploy documents has been it's been an issue. It's something that Afari has actually done for 14 years, and it's different now with users and the devices they have. They're trying to get more roadmap documents. They're trying to get information about, if it's a pharmaceutical company,
right,
drug information. So it's a lot of highly sensitive information.
Oh yeah, because people are parked out away from the office constantly.
Absolutely.
And they still need access to everything to do the job.
Yep. And so we looked at this as initially kind of as an MDM problem and said, how can we enhance this in MDM? Well, SAP, having lots of technology in lots of areas, we stepped back and we said, content's really much bigger than just an MDM problem. And so we decided to build a mobile content product. We're not replacing SharePoint, we're not replacing Documentum. NetWeaver portal still matters. Those are all key technologies. Right. We're really focused on how do we take those documents and mobilize them. We don't want people having to change their architecture. And so we really spent a lot of time looking at areas like that. Device management still plays a really big role in this area in making sure remediation is there. So if the device is lost, how do we wipe those documents? Today with BYOD, we have a lot of customers that do enterprise wipes. So they're pulling enterprise email, they're pulling enterprise apps. That doesn't touch anything anybody's left in iBooks. And so one of our solutions really designed around shoring up the fact that documents could end up in places where an enterprise wipe couldn't happen. We have lots of customers, and even SAP, in certain regions of the world, we're not allowed to do a full device wipe. And so if an employee has a personal device that they leave with stuff in iBooks, it's theirs.
So James, here's a question for you though. One of the things that make Dropbox so incredibly popular is you can set up in seconds.
Yeah.
As an individual. You don't have to go call some central IT organization
Correct.
to do this. Tell me what the process is if you're an SAP user and you want to take advantage of this.
Yep. So being an SAP user, if you're under device management, it's very simple. So we have our configuration libraries built into the content piece. So as a user, I can either have IT push it automatically where it just shows up on my device, or I can go into the document, I can go into the Afaria app portal, select the application, it comes down, it's automatically configured, starts up, and I see, say I'm a SharePoint user, it's going to see all my documents that I have in SharePoint based on my credentials. And so that's, us being, one of the cool things when we got acquired by SAP is they're an applications company. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the things we do better than anybody else is really focus on that application side. And that's really what matters. We're trying to enable people to get them more productive. Apps are, there's 2 things that are really important, apps and data. And the document side of data is what we're focused on.
So talk to me about how an HR department can use this. You're hiring all kinds of new people. There's 25 documents they're going to need day one when they start. What role does SAP Mobile Documents play in that scenario?
Sure. So you can have public shares that, say, a group in HR can share out inside the company. External, generally for HR documents, it's going to be internal. So it's very easy to set that up. I just end up on my device with an HR folder. And again, it actually requires no work inside of Afaria to make that folder show up. If I've got my SharePoint infrastructure, then I'm going into SharePoint, creating a document folder where that user has access to those documents, and then we're using an interface called CMIS. It's a standard interface that allows us to then connect and pull the documents down. And so from an HR person, I'm doing the same thing I'm doing today. The documents are showing up on the iPad.